Time to cue it up. It's Friday, which means it's time for Cin-Emma Extra. Now we have a whole new year ahead of movies coming to the big screen.
And with so many great titles being teased in Hollywood, we've called in our resident movie buff to help mark up the calendars for 2025. Emma Jerome in the studio now with what to watch for. Emma?
Yeah, last year, in my opinion, was kind of a sluggish year at the box office. It was dominated by sequels and, in my opinion, forgettable features. But as I sit here, I yearn for the year 2022. I feel like that was the last great movie year, but with a brave face and iron heart, I trudge forward. So here are my three most anticipated movies coming out in 2025. Spoiler alert, more sequels, more remakes. We have a serious sequel problem in Hollywood, but coming this spring, we have something I'm actually very excited for. It is the live-action Snow White.
This was my father's kingdom, a place of fairness, but the queen changed everything.
Take him away!
Your Majesty.
What did you say?
The people need some kindness.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
So this movie has already had a long and arduous journey, beginning with production. It, of course, had to be halted due to COVID because it began in 2020. There was controversy over Rachel Zegler, who plays Snow White, her comments saying that they're looking to make this movie more progressive. Those comments were taken as overly political correct. Also from the inclusion to or to not use people with dwarfism to play the seven dwarves, or whether to have them at all in the movie, to Gal Gadot's stance on the Israel-Hamas war. So I've heard a lot about this movie, and none of it has actually been about the movie. So I'm interested to see how this will perform in theaters and to check it out for myself. It stars Rachel Zegler as Snow White. She was in The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, the most recent Hunger Games movie. She was also in West Side Story, among some other things, and Gal Gadot, who we know as the most recent Wonder Woman as the evil queen. Snow White comes to theaters March 21st. It will have a song, a singing and dancing element to it. I know Rachel Zegler is an insanely talented vocalist, so I'm excited to see that. But yeah, this movie has been in the headlines a lot, and there's hardly anything out about the actual movie.
Yeah. It was kind of like, gosh, what was that one with Chris Pine and Olivia Wilde?
Don't Worry, Darling.
Yes, that one I felt the same way, where it's there was so much talk about the movie, and I have no idea what that movie was about.
Well, even people like myself who watched the movie couldn't tell you what the movie was about, Travis, so don't feel too bad about it. Yes, I'm excited to see it. These live action, especially with the princesses and the queens, I feel like over the years a lot of them have been really good.
Right, that's what I'm excited to see. As someone who grew up watching, all these animated films and wanted nothing more than to be able to talk to all of the birds and rabbits in her backyard, I'm excited to see it in live action. I just think that's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, we had Cinderella with Lily James, we had Beauty and the Beast, Emma Watson, Halle Bailey as Ariel. I think they did those very well, and one of them was literally under the sea, so we'll see how they do with, the woods and such.
All right.
That's one of them. And because I will go down with the Marvel ship, however she may steer, the movie I'm also looking forward to, again, from Disney. It's kind of a follow-up to the Black Widow movie. We have Thunderbolts.
Your subordinates will be reported to DoorDash HQ.
Alexi, it's me. Open up.
Milena? Elena!
Hi, Dad.
We got a really in-depth, detailed description of this. A group of anti-heroes goes on a mission for the American government. That's it. That's the descriptor. I don't know a lot about what this movie will have as far as plot, but it has a great cast. It's the ensemble cast featuring Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, David Harbour, and Wyatt Russell. Shout out today is also Florence Pugh's birthday. Happy birthday, Flo. I love your work. So directed by relatively unknown director Jake Schreier, Thunderbolts comes to theaters in May. I'll do it. I will go to every Marvel movie as it comes out in theaters, and I will face the consequences of my actions afterwards. I saw the Multiverse of Madness in 3D. It was one of the worst decisions I've ever made of my life, but it's a decision I made boldly, and I would make it again, okay? So when this comes out in May, I will see it. It looks good. The Black Widow movie didn't get a theatrical release, so that is where we get introduced to a lot of these characters that maybe you wouldn't recognize. it wasn't as big as it could have been, and it could have been really big. There was even controversy then. Scarlett Johansson saying that she lost out on millions of dollars because it didn't get to come out in theaters. So watch that movie first, and then watch this one if you're interested. I'm looking forward to it.
So I already have one movie as homework that I have to watch before this one. But Emma, you are my advance party, so I'm going to follow up with you in May. How much do I need to see to know what's going on in this one?
It's one of the few times I've seen a movie Emily hasn't. I loved Black Widow.
It was so good.
I thought it was really funny and really witty. I love that dry humor, that dry delivery. So
I would say I'll add it to my list, but it's been on there since it came out.
All right.
Yes, and this next pick I consider quite audacious. It is a biopic of Michael Jackson called Michael. So this movie is going to star Laura Harrier, Coleman Domingo, Miles Teller, and Michael Jackson's nephew, Jermaine Jackson's son, Jafar, as Michael Jackson. So there is a familial tie from Michael to the person playing him. It is his nephew. The screenplay also will reportedly include content regarding the child sexual abuse allegations against Michael Jackson, which producer Graham King said he wanted in there to humanize but not sanitize and present the most compelling, unbiased story. Knowing there are family ties to this movie is interesting to me. Michael comes to theaters in October. I think it is audacious to do a Michael Jackson biopic. I think he is probably going to be the hardest, most scrutinized, most watched person when it comes to making a biopic about someone. I can't think of anyone that would be bigger to make one of, other than
his nephew's going to get so much attention for this movie too.
Interesting.
I mean, just being in that role.
How do you go about this from that unbiased standpoint too?
Unbiased being the nephew.
Exactly. It'll be fascinating. Yeah.
So that's going to come out. Also, before I go, I just want to say there are, like I said, it's the year of the remakes and the redos. We've got live action Lilo and Stitch, Freakier Friday, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Dirty Dancing 2, which does not need to happen. There's still time to stop it. Now You See Me 3, The Passion of the Christ, Resurrection, and The Accountant 2. We have a serious sequel problem in Hollywood.
Yeah, all kinds of sequels.
Yep.
All right.
Including the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
Well, until Cin-Emma Extra 2 comes out next week, we will see you then.
Right.
All right.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, Emma.